Marine scientists have monitored and tracked red tide blooms by embarking on long trips out to sea, spending countless hours on a boat collecting and analyzing hundreds of water samples. But as SSN's Julie Trimmel tells us, researchers at the Mote Marine Lab and Rutgers University have recently combined two concepts from the past with brand new technology, creating a cutting-edge system that could soon make those back-breaking red tide boat patrols a thing of the past.
Red tide is more than just a smelly, nose-irritating nuisance for some. For commercial fishermen, it can mean days or weeks with no work, not to mention being deadly for some marine life.
The first step to mitigating the harmful effects of red tide, the bad things that happen to any enterprise, is to know that it's there and know where it is and know where it's going.
But making that process simple and continuous was a challenge until researchers from two universities, a lab in Massachusetts and Mote Marine, came up with this. It may look like a torpedo, but it's actually a computer-guided GPS-equipped underwater vehicle able to find and track red tide.
We're looking at chlorophyll values in the water, and high measurements can tell you that there is red tide for how we have them set up right now.
Once a red tide detecting AUV is fully operational, it bobs up and down underneath the surface of the water in a sawtooth-like pattern. It comes up back to the surface once every hour to transmit that data back to a satellite dish and then to Rutgers. That's why scientists want to make sure you know what it looks like.
Yes, they will see it floating in the water. Yep.
And what should they do?
Just leave it alone. It's doing fine. It's out there, doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
This guy, these are the antennas. There's a GPS antenna there.
And that is getting the information about the blooms to the people who need it most.
If the clam farmers know a day or two ahead of time that red tide is on its way, is coming towards them, then they can harvest their clams or they can move them to another location, get them out of the way, and avoid contaminating their harvest.
But right now, that ideal early warning system is still being tested. If all goes well, Dr. Kirkpatrick's team expects to have the first wave of red tide AUVs surveying the waters between Tampa and Fort Myers by this summer. In Sarasota, Julie Trimmel, SSN.
Parts of Port Charlotte